Ryan from Doppelganger here, and I'm at popularity.com.
Can you just pick a couple highlights about the EP and tell us what they mean to you?
When we started putting the EP together, we started recording with one of our friends who works at out of his home studio, and we did it like a couple months after we actually became a band. And so we were working with him, and he was a longtime friend, and so that was really fun to get to work with him. And then we're going to actually do 5 songs with him, and we were approached by another producer who worked on the Lauryn Hill album, and he heard some of those recordings and was like, I'd like to help you guys with 3 of your songs. And so we were like, okay, and we got to go to his studio and ended up recording 3 of the tracks with him, like Breaks My Head, and we did locations with him. And that was amazing. I mean, like, getting to work with someone like that was super exciting, and it taught us a lot about, recording. We've recorded with, like, different bands before, and it was nothing like that. Like, getting to actually work in, like, a professional setting was really fun.
What keeps you focused right now, just pushing towards your goals?
For me, at least, it would be, the love of music is, like, pretty much one of the only things I've ever been good at, So it's just, like, when I play music or when I play with, the guys that are in the band, it makes me feel good, Like, I love doing it, and it makes me want to keep doing it. And then, obviously, like, when people come in here and play, the other thing is, when we get compliments and stuff like that, it's really awesome to, like, hear people, they love the music. So, I keep doing it and keep wanting to push it out. I guess if someday someone is like, you guys suck, we'll just try a different approach, but keep doing it because, like I said, it's about the love for me. Like, I love playing music. So.
Is determination the key to the success that you've achieved so far, or is there something more than just determination?
I would say determination has, a lot to do with it. It's, I guess doing this is, like, music as a profession is a very, very hard thing to do because, we come from I don't know, compared to everyone else, I would say we come from, like, a background where we're all, like, self-taught, and, we just, want to keep at it, and we love doing it, and I guess the day that we decide that we don't want to do it anymore, we'll stop, but until that day happens, we're just going to keep pushing on and try to put out good music so people can rock their faces off.
What would you say you've learned about yourself musically and personally through the creation of Get It Over With already?
I learned that I don't like recording that much. Because recording is like, playing live and recording are, like, to me, 2 completely different things. When you're playing live, you're, able to feed off the energy of the crowd and do things like that. And then when you're recording, it's, you have to sit there and really, it's, you have to get out that image or, like, the sound that you have in your head actually, will be now frozen in these tracks, so you try to, like, nitpick and get it there, and it's, you learn, like, your limits of being just an artist, and you get pushed, and I don't know, it's very, I think recording is very difficult. Like, when we recorded the album, it was one of those things where at certain points we just had to be like, okay, we have to stay with that, and some parts where it came really easy, and we were able to just put it out onto the recording.
Is there one memory that really stands out from that creation process?
I would probably say the finally sitting down and listening to the whole album coming together as, like, a final, whole entity, I guess, like, where, everything was fun. Recording is awesome, making everything, and then, but getting to actually sit down and be like, we're done, this is it, we created this, was probably the best part of the whole recording.
Is there anything about the recording experience that you notice that you want to change next time around?
Yeah, on this album, it was just Rob and I on this album. We didn't add any bass. And so there's no bass. There's maybe one or two guitar overdubs, then it's drums and singing. And, like I said, some of the tracks were done months after we started the band, because the band's actually pretty new. We've only been together for it's probably 2.5 years now. And then we just recently added Joey as a bass player. And it was just something that at first we didn't think we needed, and then we recorded, and it was just Rob and I doing it together. And then now when we go and do our full length, which will be the next project that we're working on, we'll have him come in and put bass down, and I think it'll help thicken the sound and make things, I don't know, maybe not better, but it'll make things full. Maybe better, yeah. Let's say better.
What would you say is the biggest challenge right now for the band?
The biggest challenge is, I would say, coming from New York City, it's a very hard place to try to be a band, where you go to these clubs and you play live shows, and people, there are hundreds of bands playing in New York City every night, and in Brooklyn area, and it's to try to get those people to like your music and not walk in and be like, oh, this is the same thing that I've been seeing every day, and you want them to move and shake their head, because in New York it's a very hard scene to break into if you are starting there, I guess. So I'd say that's probably the hardest, is where we're starting out.
Did any of the tracks surprise you with taking a different direction than you envisioned during the initial creation of the songs?
I would probably say, on a couple of them, when we worked with, Arun was the producer that we started working with. On some of those, it was a little different. When you work with a producer, it's way different than how you envision it when you're doing it live. You create a song and you're like, this is what I think it sounds like, and then you are given the option then, in the recording studio to add infinite things to your song, and it's up to you if you want to keep it raw or you want to add all those things. And it was just kind of, I don't know. It was that thing where you have to choose how you want it to sound, I guess. I don't know, and then that can completely alter the way that a song sounds live, compared to when it's recorded, I guess.
What exactly are you trying to open people's minds up to with your music?
We just want to have a band that, I don't know, when I was a young kid, listening to bands Fugazi or Faith No More or, the Stooges or anybody like that, it's one of those things where you just want to give people an outlet to actually, wave their fist in the air and kind of have a good time and get away from their everyday lives when you're, sitting in school or you're at your job and you have to kind of be this person that society wants you to be. And maybe if people come to our show and are able to have a good time and really rock out, that's something that I would love to have people do at our shows, or I guess that's what we're trying to accomplish, is just let people have a good time.
Do you have anything you'd like to say to the Readers of Popularity?
I guess come and check us out if we're in your area. Come and rock with us, and we'll try to give you a good show. And thanks for having us on popularity.com. And I don't know. So I'd say that probably would have to be it.